Welcome to our lesson for today. Remember, our topic is still distance, speed, and time. And from our previous lesson, remember, we were talking about speed, and we said there is a very close relationship between distance, speed, and time. And we said distance is equal to speed times time, whereas speed is equal to distance over time, and time is equal to distance over speed. So in that order. And today in our lesson, we want to finish with speed. Remember last time we were calculating speed from a question that involved distance and time. But today we want to see how we can convert speed, that is from meters per second to kilometers per hour and vice versa. Remember, speed according to our level or speed can be measured in meters per second or kilometers per hour. But there is also questions. You can also find questions that ask you to change or to convert speed maybe from meters per second to kilometers per hour and vice versa. So that is the area that we want to continue with today. And before we start, let's try to understand further how this speed can be converted into the required units. So our formula for speed still remains. Speed is equal to distance over time. And speed, like I told you in the previous lesson, is a measure of distance covered in a particular time. Speed can be in kilometers per hour or in meters per second. So conversion of speed. If you want to convert maybe your speed from kilometers per hour to meters per second, you know what you're supposed to do. So what you can do there is anytime you have your speed in kilometers per hour and you want to change it to meters per second, you will multiply the speed given by 1000 over 3600, or even if you simplify it is 5 over 18. So where did I get my 1000 or 3600 from? Remember, if you look at the distance here, distance is kilometers, you want to change it into meters, and all of you know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So that is where this 1000 is coming from. And then 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes, but 1 hour is equals to 3600 seconds. So just know that you will be having some constant here. So the two constants that we are having is 1000 and 3600. So this is what you're going to be using. It is either you multiply by 1000 over 3600, or sometimes we multiply 3600 over 1000. So the question always remains, which one is supposed to be on top? Which one should you place on top and the other one at the bottom? So maybe just to guide you how you should be converting without even asking more questions, just understand first we have two constants. When you're changing your speed, you have two constants. And those constants are 1000 and 3600. 1000 coming from 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meters, and 3600 coming from 1 hour is equals to 3600 seconds. So maybe just to give you a secret on how maybe you should be knowing which one is supposed to be on top, just understand that anytime you are changing your distance, your speed, from kilometers per hour to meters per second, you want your speed to be something small. You will place the smaller value on top. And which is the smaller constant? It is 1000 over 3600. Or you can just cram it, if you can remember. When we change speed from kilometers per hour to meters per second, we multiply by 1000. over 3600 because we want to make it smaller. Then when you are changing your speed from meters per second to kilometers per hour, you do the vice versa. You want to make it bigger. So 3600 should be on top, then over 1000. We multiply by 3600 over 1000, as easy as that. So if I ask you to convert 72 kilometers per hour into meters per second, already you have it in kilometers per hour. Now you want to make it smaller, meters per second. So 1000 should be on top. I believe you still remember that. You still also remember our constant, that is 1000 and 3600. And it is 1000 that should be on top because we want to make it smaller. So 72 kilometers per hour times 1000 over 3600. You can cancel these two zeros. By 36 here is 1, by 36 here is 2. 2 times 10 is 20 meters per second. So very easy. So this is what how you should be converting your speed from kilometers per hour to meters per second. Then another one, convert 25 meters per second into kilometers per hour. Very, very easy. What are our two constants? We have 1000 and 3600. But the question is, which one should be on top? Remember, we want to change this meters per second to become kilometers per hour. So we want to make it bigger. 3600 should be on top. So it is 25 meters per second times 3600 over 1000. And if you simplify these two zeros and these two zeros, they cancel. Of course, here by 5 is 5. By 5 here is 2. By 2 here you'll get 18. And then it will cancel. So 18 times 5. 18 times 5 is 90. So your speed, after changing it, it will become 90 kilometers per hour. So back to our last example for today. An athlete finished a 100-meter race in 10 seconds. What was his speed in kilometers per hour? So the key word here is kilometers per hour. And all of you know the formula of finding speed. Speed is equals to distance over time from our previous examples. So this distance of 100 meters was covered in 10 seconds. But just know that when you're dividing your distance in meters and your time in seconds, you will get your speed in meters per second. And the question requires you to find the speed in kilometers per hour. So no problem. So a good people will be able to know that first I need to get my speed in meters per second. Then after getting my speed, I'll convert my speed into kilometers per hour later. So let's find our speed in meters per second first. 100 meters divided by 10 seconds is 10 meters per second. But this one is not our final answer. We need to change it. So we need to change this speed to become meters per second. Of course, you know how to change. We multiply by 3600 over 1000. Two zeros and two zeros will cancel one another, and zero also will cancel one another here. And your speed in kilometers per hour is 36 kilometers per hour. So people at home, make sure you write all these examples down. Make sure you write, because at the end of our topic, that is distance, speed, and time, you are going to have a cut. And before you do that cut, you must be able to show me all these examples that I'm giving. So write the examples down, then you send them so that I'll be able to know if you are following the lessons. Otherwise, have a good time.